Hello everyone, I hope you all are doing well. In this video I'll be taking you through the Arcadian Valley GrandMaster Nightfall. So to begin with, you need at least one Warlock with Well and the rest is completely optional. What we used was 2 Warlocks with Wells, 1 Hunter with Stasis. Both Warlocks were using Fusion Grenades and Wells, meanwhile the Hunter has to have Duskfield Grenades to help stun the Overlords. For the Warlocks we had Well, Wish Ender Bow for Overlords and Sniping, Arc Logic for Barrier Champions, Razor Regret for Overlords, Barriers, and the Boss. Our mods included Overload and Barrier. We also had Particle Deconstruction for our Linear Fusion Rifles and Focusing Lens for dealing extra damage against enemies affected by stasis. Some other mods included Linear Fusion Rifle Ammo Finder, Linear Reserves for more ammo, and mods for the chest armor that reduced incoming damage. At the beginning you will need to deal with bikes and fallen snipers. You need to deal with them as draining past them is not an option. The sniper can one-shot you whilst the bikes need only hit you 2 to 3 times for you to die. Keep your distance and dispatch them with your bows. There will be 4 bikes to deal with in total. Once you get to the first group of enemies, the last bike will be patrolling around them. Make sure to take out the sniper on the ledge to your right. Once you dispatch the enemies, 2 of you can make your way through the rest of the enemies collecting the beams of light along the way. The third can use the Vex jump mechanism and be thrown onto the right side of the map. There will be some shanks and a drag there. From that position you can begin sniping at the enemies by the first door. Once you get to the door there will be invisible enemies and an overload, so keep your distance and dispatch all the smaller adds first before dealing with the overload. In the next room there will be 2 overloads, so same as before, take out the smaller adds around them so they don't get in the way, then proceed to kill the overload champions. The next room will probably take you the longest to complete. In here there will be waves upon waves of adds. In order to get the door open, you will need to stand on the circle where your ghost is to add progress to opening the door. Due to the vast number of enemies, you don't want to sit there. Instead, use the stairs at the back and put down any healing rifts or wells and continue to snipe at the enemies. Keep to the back of the room and the overall champions will come to you. Once they get close, then stun them and kill them. Once the enemies are dead, you will have some time in between each wave to stand on the circle and add progress to opening the door. Once the enemies begin spawning, make your way back and repeat the whole process. In total, there will be 4 waves of enemies. Spread out amongst them, there will be 9 overlords, 2 barrier champions, and 3 large shanks with solar shields. Prioritize which enemies you are shooting at. Take them out as a team, as it is difficult to keep them stunned on your own. And out of heavy. Nice.
There we go.
Once you get to the walker, there will be Vex enemies on the left and 2 solar shanks. Instead, drive to the right and focus fire on the walker. When facing the walker, there might be a few fallen dregs behind you, so take care of them and keep firing at the walker. Once the walker is dead, the Vex and shanks will despawn. From there, make your way through to the second last room. In here you will need to deal with 1 overlord and a couple of adds and a few snipers at the top. You are now in the boss room. There is a cheese to this. The room is surrounded by machinery that emits an electrical charge that damages you over time and prevents you from jumping. So make your way to the opposite side of the room from where you entered. What you can do is jump over the machinery and hide behind it, and keep popping rifts and wells. These rifts and wells will out-heal the damage caused by the machinery. So, whilst you are behind it, you can damage the boss and the enemies. If you take too much damage, simply crouch and you'll be safe behind it. However, once you are behind the machinery, you are stuck as the electricity prevents you from jumping. If you are behind it, there is a box to your left that you can use to jump out of the area. If you aren't in the area and you struggle to jump into cover, go to the walkways connecting the platforms and jump into cover from there. There isn't any electricity and it only affects you once your feet touch the ground. The electricity will turn off briefly each time you take down the boss's health by a full bar, of which there are 3 in total. Once he gets to the last bar of health, he will disappear and 2 barrier champions will spawn. Take them out and get back into cover, apart from 1 volunteer. Sometimes he will get stuck, so you might need to lure him out.
In front of us. Not too short.
Here,
oh shit!
Jesus!
That boss is right there.
It's like, oh, you trying to jump
straight
over?
Camping, man.
He just fucking... He camp killed you.
Or am I just blind?
Dude,
No, I did not know he was here.
He's fucking noob tubing.
Since the boss is on 1 bar of health, there won't be any more ads assuming you took them all out. On top of this, he will stop shooting and instead will use his swords. So one person will need to jump around like so, luring him into the rest of the fire team so they can shoot at him. Otherwise, he can hide in a corner for the duration of the mission. And that is how you complete the Grandmaster Nightfall. If you guys have enjoyed it, then please check out my other playlists full of guides on lost sectors, raids, and nightfalls. I'll see you guys next time.